Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roland, this is Neek, and this is the final part 3 of our building an airport in the Sims 4. Anyway, we're starting right off with something that I didn't plan on my graph paper, so this took me quite a few tries to actually finalize, but we're building the ATC Tower. Which is something that I definitely didn't want to leave out, and I was later on you'll see I tried using these, these rounded floors, but this doesn't really work the way I think it is supposed to work, because like this looks good. This looks like a circle, as you can see right on screen right now, but you can't build walls wherever you want. You can only build them in that tiny little center area, which makes it look a little weird. So, in the end, we're gonna scrap that idea, but, hey, I didn't really want to cut that out, because I think that this is part of the creative process. So you can build walls, but you can't build the room, which is really weird, because this is the biggest room you can build on that, and this just looks off. So, as I said, this was one of the designs, and, or wait, did I actually leave it that way? I don't remember. We'll see. We'll see. The thing is that I wanted it to look like a tower and not like something else, you know, if you know what I mean. So I think that I've achieved that in the end by adding windows around and adding those offices and desks and whatever in. So yeah, added in those chimneys to look like antennas on the roof. And here I wanted to add these desks that look sci-fi-esque in order to show that this is a very important room and a very technical room and a very, very advanced room where you can do a lot of things. So that's why I wanted to choose those kind of tables. Here I included those colored lights so that the ATC Tower is visible from the outside. As all planes are landing, they can tell there's a tower, so they won't fly into that tower. You know, that's the kind of thought that I had when I built and when I added these lights in. So that's one of the things we did. In the next step, I wanted to add ladders, because the exits for the terminals are on the first floor, and obviously how would you get down onto the runway, or how would you get to the airport? So I thought I was gonna add stairs, but that would be in the way of the roads. So I thought, hey, some airports do this, or at least I think I've seen some airports do this. It's a car that drives a staircase around and drives onto the terminal to let the passengers exit and let them down, and from there the bus picks them up and brings them to their plane, or they can walk there, whatever. This is one of the restrictions I had to do, because I was lacking a lot of space. But nevertheless, I think that the end product here, which this is not the end product, don't worry, the end product does look quite okay, and it looks like a vehicle that has that has a staircase strapped onto it. Here I tried using these poles, but they looked a little weird because they're, but hey, anyway, I found a way to make it look as realistic as I possibly could. Or actually, I think I did leave those poles, and then I added these lattice works to look like a docking station. Now this is the check-in, like the immigration office from when you arrive. So we have 6 windows here with officers checking your identity, and then we have these machines that are actually parking meters, but hey, they look like one of those machines that scans your ID and lets you in, and they print out a receipt or whatever, and you just show the receipt to the officer in the respective window and they'll let you through. That's the kind of thought I had here. So 6 places for them to sit at or to work at. Here are these immigration offices if something needs to be regulated before you enter the country officially. So I basically just mirrored the one office we have in the baggage claim area in the first floor. just by copying the objects upstairs, because I really like, I mean, it's an office. What else do you want to add other than that? Now here I tried adding fences, and I thought that this is another thing. I'm sorry if this seems like a rant, but why is placing a fence gate so complicated, and why aren't there any matching fences? You can see how many poles remain here, and that's a really weird thing. So I ended up using walls because I wanted to make like 2 hallways, so like separate hallways, so the passengers get split up a little bit, so it won't be overcrowded. A small bathroom upstairs right here, so the passengers can go if they have to go. Well, now we're adding these billboards that we've already added on the outside of the building, on the inside as well now. Adding wallpapers to the toilets here, and doors and sinks and whatnot. Again, trying to fit that all in this tiny little space. Eventually I think I shift a wall over, or yeah, here we go. I've shifted a wall because I thought it was too narrow to go through. Now here I added a little detail with arrows that look like fish swimming, pointing you to the direction of the exit, which I think looks pretty nice here. Just as like an eye catcher, and now here we'll add a sign that says like "Welcome to Windenburg" or whatever. Welcome to airport. Actually, because yeah, again, see here I've been having a few problems with the fences bugging out, but in the end result, that's all fixed. Now here are the bathrooms for the waiting lines to the check-in, and the toilets from the check-in area. So if you are waiting for your airplane to depart, you can go there if you have to go. It's a small bathroom, I'll admit. It's like 3 stalls, and it's mixed for men and women. But hey, at least you've got a toilet where you can go. Now here I'm adding the waiting area in the downstairs area. This is one of the biggest lounges, or whatever you'd call those. Trying to decorate them with planters and trash cans. And here we go, the planters. I think I will change the floor here later as well. Yeah, because tiles in a waiting area doesn't look that good, but I've got a color, a rug that matches in color. Now again, this is somewhat, I had to break this up because that's one of the exits, so I didn't want to have the passengers exit through a waiting area, so I kind of left that space open. Now I think I'm adding a few a cafe and another food stall downstairs, so people can get something to eat if they're peckish. This is a smaller waiting area for check-ins, or you could also wait here if you're waiting for someone to arrive, because you're right next to the screens. You can check what's going on before you go on your plane, before you board your plane, or before your loved ones arrive. Now, decorating this place a little bit with some artwork, adding a few of these fences so we can hang the lights so they don't hang in the empty air. Like, just hang in there. They're just floating there. Yeah. Adding a few tables so people can sit at the cafe and enjoy their latte or whatever they're drinking. Rotating these tables so it doesn't look so boring. And I think now we're tackling the problem of the check-in desks, trying to add lighting, and oh yeah, I found more paintings which look like travel destinations, which might be inspiring for someone going on their vacation from the airport in Windenburg. I was looking for different kind of signs, but in the end I stuck to the idea of using different colored different colored sorry, I got distracted here. Different colored cabinets and counters and whatnot, and now I'm trying to find matching wallpapers and floor tiles so that every booth looks like it might be from a different airline. because I originally wanted to add signs on top of it, but I really didn't find the space, and there's not enough different signs in The Sims so that I could do that. And I wanted to build this without any custom content because I want it to be compatible with everyone's game. And if you add tons and thousands of signs or just a lot of custom content, it's not usable for everyone, and I wanted this to be usable for everyone. Here I tried adding like waiting lines or queue lines or dividers, but I really didn't have the space to do that either, so I just added a smaller waiting area and another stall. And this project is starting to be completed. There's not a lot missing. Here I added that area for more parking lots because there sure are a lot of airport vehicles, I think. I'd expect. So yeah, just adding some floor here, some lighting all around. And now I'm adding the last few tidbits and stores that I missed or that I didn't add just yet. So here's a small diner, fast food place, whatever you'd call that. It's somewhat inspired by a McDonald's counter, and you'll see why in just a second. First of all, here's that bar with the taps, and now trying to add wallpapers. And first of all, I wanted to go with this green color, but then I thought, no, that doesn't really look as good. And then again, green wallpapers kind of look tacky because this plasticky thing just looks cheap. So here we add TV screens that can be used for menus, and that's actually what kind of inspired me to this didn't inspire me to change colors, but this did, because I found that diner sign, and I really like the yellow and red, just like McDonald's, so I eventually changed all the colors in here to look more like that. And some nectar coolers and a few more counters, so there's enough space for everyone. This surely isn't usable, except if you were to teleport your sim behind the counter. They might be able to work there, but I don't think that they are. And now I had this last piece room left, and I thought, why don't we add an airport lounge, because usually there's lounges at airports. I didn't have the space to add a full lounge, but I thought of hey, why don't we add a small disco kind of thing. So adding some sofas and these see-through floors that I really like, a few decoration items, and this is actually one of the last things that I've added to this room or to this build, and I think that we're about to be done with this. This is one of the last things that I did, actually, if I remember correctly. And just some mannequins, and this is the last thing, adding a flying plane. And here we go right into the screenshots. So this is the disco from an angle, from what you would see if you're sitting. This is the waiting hall and shop area. You can see that you have a nice view onto the tarmac right from where you're sitting. And here you can see the food stalls. I worked hard to open them all and have them all open at the same time, because from the point that your sim calls someone to open until they are finally there and open, that takes a while. Anyway, here's another few angles from the waiting area. There's the bookstore and the diner, ATMs, and you can see a little bit of the security area on the left. This is a view of the check-in area downstairs and the security area upstairs with the staircases, and another angle of that same thing. This is the immigration part with all the self-check-in machines, and the hallway leading downstairs to the baggage claim area, also with that nice wall art there. This is the baggage claim area itself. On the left side, you'd come down the stairs, pick up your baggage from the right side, and go through the exits again on the left side. If you have to wait for your baggage to arrive, you can do that on the seats. This is the downstairs parking lot for all office vehicles and all on-site vehicles. Again, this is the security area, but the back part of it, and you can see the dance floors from the lounge area peeking through. This is the view down to onto the runway from the ATC Tower, and here are a few flying, moving shots moving through the forest onto the lot. This is the front view of the airport. You can see the fountains looking pretty nice and whatnot moving along here. You can really see. I really like the way this turned out, and let me actually think. This was the whole building time of this was about 8 hours and 8.5 hours to 9 hours, I think. I built this over the course of multiple days, and it's been sitting on my computer, my old computer, for 2 weeks because my computer had gotten too slow to render files. So now that I have a new computer, a new video will be out on that too, on that topic, me buying my new computer. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've liked this house or this building video. You can download this airport from my Sims 4 gallery. My name on there is Roland Friedmann, as will be written in the description down below. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, and I would love to see you in another video. Thanks.